Set minds alight, skill with academy, where leaders are born. Embrace the tempo, let your dreams take storm. Rise up, leaders, let the beat guide your way. Unlock your potential, seize the day. From the dance floor to
Thank
the
you, everybody. Thank you
boardroom,
for
let your
joining. We
light
kick off in the
shine,
next 2 minutes.
shine.
Thank you, everybody.
Feel we
Let's go.
academy,
Thank you, everybody.
it's your time. Feel the drums pulsating, the energy so strong. Join the movement where dreams belong. From Lagos to Nairobi, hear the call. Skillweed Academy,
Thank you, everybody.
break
Welcome on
down the
board.
walls.
Let's go.
Rise
Thank you,
up,
everybody, for joining.
leaders, let the beat guide
Thank you
your
all. Thank you,
way.
everybody, for joining.
Unlock your
Thank you.
potential, seize the day. From the dance floor to the boardroom, let your light shine,
Thank you all
shine.
for joining. Thank you,
Skillweed
everybody. Let's
Academy,
go.
it's your
Thank you,
time.
everybody. Let's give everybody
Oh,
else a minute. If you don't mind, as always, invite others. Let's brainstorm together and ask all your questions. Feel free. Always type questions. Any question you have, let's tackle it together and make the best out of it. Thank you all. Thank you, everybody, for
feel the
joining.
drums
Okay,
pulsating, the
so
energy so
I think we
strong.
can get started
Join the
and we can have
movement
others
where dreams
join us
belong.
afterwards. So we always like to do a countdown. So let's do a countdown and we'll just start the show. Let's go. All right, welcome on board, everybody. Thank you for taking the time to hang out with us. It's a delight to hang out and talk a little bit about GRC with us. And if you don't mind, do me a favor. Can you just strike the like button real quick so that we can have more people see us on YouTube? Thank you all for being part of our community. As always, we like to do something exciting. What part of the world are you logging in from? If you don't mind, just go ahead and type. Where are you logging in from, real quick? Let's see. Let's see what part of the world you're logging in from. Welcome on board. Let's see what part of the world you're logging in from, real quick. Let's see. What part of the world are you logging in from? Let's see some of those comments, real quick. UK in the house. Hi, Benny's. Thank you. Thank you all for joining. Let's see what part of the world. Dallas in the house. Maryland in the house. Thank you, Larry Waju Yusuf. Thank you. Let's see what part of the world. Ontario, Canada in the house. Let's go. Thank you, Ontario. Let's see. What part of the world? Lagos, Nigeria. Thank you, Peter. Awesome. Let's see. What part of the world are we logging in from, real quick? That's the power of social media, YouTube. We have community all over the world. We are thankful that you're part of our community. Thank you, Sean. Houston in the house. Big D, Texas. Miami in the house. Thank you, Benjamin. You're awesome. Thank you, Nigeria. Oshogbo in the house. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you, Peter. Thank you. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Let's see some other folks. What part of the world are we logging in from? Washington, D.C. in the house. How are you? Thank you, sir. South Africa in the house. Hi, Nene. Thank you. Thank you for joining. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Miami in the house. Thank you, Remy. Thank you. Awesome, awesome. Let's see anywhere else. Anywhere else you're joining from, let's see you and just recognize you. Ontario in the house again. Abioye, you're awesome. Thank you, Canada. Thank you for joining. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I can see my South African folks, my Houston folks, Nigeria, Oshogbo in the house, Atlanta in the house. Thank you. Lagos in the house, Canada in the house. Thank you for joining. Benny, UK in the house, Dallas in the house. Thank you. Houston in the house. Thank you, everybody, for joining. All right, so let's jump in real quick. New Jersey in the house. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Awesome, awesome. Thank you, everybody, for taking the time to hang out with us. We'll make it one of the most worthwhile time of your day and just jump into some questions a lot of you have asked us. And we are very transparent in our community. We'll tell you what we see out there real quick, and we can brainstorm together and just do life together as a team. So what are we seeing when the economy is slow? I think we can all address the elephants in the room all over the North America now, probably all over the world. It's a tricky economy. We can agree with that, right? There's been a lot of comments around employment, AI, tariff war, the slow pace of economy generally all over the world. So that as we've seen. Now, why do we look at it as an opportunity also? In the midst of chaos, there are two options. We can either bail out and just align to life and just let it be, right? Or we can use it as an opportunity to upskill, develop ourselves, prepare ourselves when the opportunity is right. We're just ready. We are prime to be part of that ecosystem. Now, why do we see us lesser of a threat compared to other fields? AI is here to automate a lot of things, but for those of us in governance, risk, and compliance, some of the extra benefit we have, of course, we have to keep aggressively priming our resume to target specific roles, but also because regulation is there, so it's not optional for organization. So some roles have to be there because by law you have to have it. You don't have a choice at the moment. So compliance is a big one out there. Of course, we can agree cyber risk is a big deal right now all over the world. It's one of the biggest things out there. Then, of course, most of your board wants accountability. So you see a lot of your board pushing for accountability within your organization. So that's one of the big deals out there. Then, of course, what are those uncertainty amplifying risk in general? We can agree everybody is really focused on making sure you have effective way of spending people's money. So there's a lot of budget scrutiny. There is a lot of demand for effective, strong governance and leadership within your organization right now. The regulators are tightening things also. A lot of vendors, supply chain issue and concern is a big one for organization right now. I can guarantee you. People are worried that I may be very effective in terms of the way I do my risk management. If I hire a vendor that is sloppy, guess who is still liable? I am liable. So because of that, it makes it a little bit more, I have to provide additional layer of oversight, third party. Then of course, a lot of people exploit the current layoff, especially if the layoff was not a well-kind executed layoff. Then your employers can be vulnerable because their user ID and password can be easily compromised at that point, right? Then, of course, we can agree the elephant in the room again. All of us, everybody now know the whole concept of AI. It's a big deal all over the world. So that is a big risk. Of course, cloud computing, that's a big one out there for us too. Then software as a service solution, those are bigger things out there all over the world right now also. So amidst all of this chaos and all of these issues, some areas are non-negotiable. We can agree. Regulatory compliance is non-negotiable. Nobody's going to give you a slack. Audits. Internally, people will ask you to do an audit. Risk management. For any business, don't forget, at the end of the day, whatever our sentiments are, it's always a business first. So risk management is going to be priority for your starters, your board, your top leadership. It's a big concern for them. Then, of course, privacy obligation. Why is that important? For my folks in the UK and other part of the world, Germany, that are called in, you can mess with things in North America, for example, or other part of the world. If you get to the European Union member countries, they don't play games with their GDPR. In Canada, they don't play games with PIPEDA. In the US, states like California don't play games with CCPA. So these are big things. You have no choice. Then, of course, there's cyber insurance requirement. Before a cyber insurance company insures you, there are certain things they would want you to also make sure are in place, like your regulation, your policies, your procedures, certain documentation before they insure you. If you don't have those documentation, your premium will be crazy off the roof, right? Then vendor oversight. Remember again, if I bring you to support me, ultimately I am liable, right? Nobody cares that it's a vendor. You are liable. Then, of course, business continuity. At the end of the day, we want to make sure we can continue the business. It's a business first. Don't forget that. So the value of us in that space is still high. Yes, we admit, like any other field, The jobs are not as crazy as it were like a year ago, but the jobs are still there, not as crazy. In the past, it was crazy. The demand is there. People had multiple jobs. So now the demand is there. We just have to be very strategic and streamlined to focus on customizing our resume towards different roles. That's what I've seen right now in general. What is your role as a business protector in GRC? You need to know how to translate those technical language to business terms and decision. You need to know we need to protect revenue. We need to ensure we enable a secure growth and also make sure we reduce potential impact of regulators in our organization to penalize us and we losing from a cyber point of view. So it's a big deal for us to provide that oversight. Question a lot of you have asked, what are the roles you can find yourself applying to as a GRC analyst? A lot of our folks, we've seen risk analyst, GRC consultant or analyst, third-party risk analyst, privacy analyst, compliance analyst, cyber program manager in some cases, audit liaison, AI risk and governance specialist. So whatever name they call you, the rule of thumb in our community is simple. Every one of these areas will touch in our program, we'll work on projects. And the way we kind of align is that if you look at the job function, if 60% of what they've listed in their role aligns with what we've taught in class or projects we've done in class, then apply. We don't care about the title in that case because the responsibility are things we can do. So just apply for those roles in general. Okay. All right. Let's have another one. Again, what is still leading to demand of GRC analysts? Cost of compliance is very expensive for organization. In some cases, billions of dollars. I think 2 years ago in Europe, Facebook was fined about 1.3 or 1 point something billion euro. So think about it. If you find somebody a billion euro or dollar or whatever currency, they have to figure a way to make it up somewhere. So don't be surprised if somebody's fined $1 billion and there's a layoff, right? You can see there's no correlation, but I suspect there might be correlation because at that point, they want to make sure they can make up the money back. There are penalties for breaches globally, it's very severe. Insurance demand effective and stronger control. Your board will demand independence for sure. And of course, with AI, the elephant in the room, they expect effective oversight within your organization. That's a big one out there too. So in general, it's nice to build a career that is defined by influence and growth and mobility. It's global in nature. Most of the jobs are remote in nature that we've seen, and it's a leadership role. Eventually, you evolve into leadership because you provide oversight. What I challenge everybody is that it's doable with discipline and focus. And thankfully, with a lot of tools out there today, you realize we can be more efficient. Gone are the days I'll tell you you cannot do it, because the truth is that you can do it because of the fact that you can interpret technical language now to business language easily with AI. So if I have technical issue I found, I can throw it into a prompt to say, make it easy to explain to a board. And it has bridged that gap. That would have been the toughest part for most people in the past, to interpret those big language into easy to understand lingua. So, and that's no more a risk. Why 2026 is a strategic point, in my opinion, right now. There's heavy AI regulation adoption all over the world. There's a lot of privacy concern all over the world. There are third-party audits going on all over the world. Insurance and cybersecurity insurance is getting much more expensive. There's exposure with automation right now. Some of you are familiar with agentic AI. So now we have a lot of automation, AI tools doing all of this work. We need oversight and governance around them too. What is our advantage? It's nice to position ourselves with the knowledge of AI governance, which is part of what we're going to teach in the program also, how to do and audit an AI large language model to provide oversight on AI. And the good thing is that virtually every company in the world today, I bet you your current organization is also adopting AI. Everybody's adopting it. It's mainstream now, I believe. If you build a solution and AI is not integrated in it, I think it's a missed opportunity and you would struggle long term. So it's a mainstream thing now, I believe. Um, so for us, it's from theory to execution. The value in our program is strictly very hands-on. Most of our projects are real life projects. Take ownership of it. So when we do a program and we ask you to, just take ownership, the goal is take ownership, own it, own the project, and be ready to use it as examples on your project in real time, right? And be comfortable around it. Every one of the projects there, 90% of our projects are real life projects we've done before, or some people in our community have worked on before that we supported them. So take advantage of it. It's not just theoretical, it's ownership. Own the project. As long as you've done it before, talk about it. The beautiful thing is that in interviews, we don't expect you to talk about what you've not done. No. Now, of course, let's be transparent. You got to put the work too. So if you're doing assessment, work on it, own it, be very engaged with your team because we work a lot in teams, then as individuals. So take ownership of it and we stand a chance to be successful together. Um, what are we going to cover in details? The first part of it, you get us into the foundation basic of cybersecurity. So if you have no cyber knowledge, that's okay. If you're willing to work, you'll be fine because we have a foundational program. Our first week is foundational. So my experience, folks, don't worry. It will be things that you refresh yourself for the first week, and they'll be very foundational to guide you to start also. So I think gone are the days we can say we are not IT. No, that doesn't exist again. The world has forced all of us to be IT. If I visit you in your home today, the first thing I'm going to ask you, and vice versa, is can I have access to your network ID, right? So you give me your network ID. If you don't trust me, you're not going to give me your network ID. If you travel today to any other location, you will notice the first thing that would happen is it will prompt you to put a one-time password when you're trying to log onto your bank account because it has recognized geolocation. You've left your current location. So that's a risk. So it's kind of profiling and making sure is this the right person? Then we're going to get into asset management, vulnerability management, event monitoring, threat intelligence. All of these are core part of cyber. IAM, identity access management, incident response. If there's an incident, how do you respond? Every one of these things will make it relatable and real to you. Um, Believe it or not, we live it already. So if you tell me, well, maybe I'm not an IT, no, not all of us are IT now, really. And I always use this comment, I'm blessed to have my parents still around, and it's a blessing. But guess what? Folks that are close to 80, they use Uber, they use Lyft, they use DoorDash probably better than I can use it. Think about it. So for me, it's amazing. The system has forced all of us to be part of that ecosystem of IT. That's the reality. You'll notice some of you now, you work from home, right? What do? You log onto your network, you use VPN. All of those has forced us. But guess what, ladies and gentlemen? The same thing you do in your home when you restrict your kids from using the internet, or you have a guest to log in, or you give them a network ID, is the same thing bigger organizations do. The only difference is that they have more devices to monitor and they have more people. That's the big difference, really. It's the same level of due diligence. It's the same thing. That's the reality. So at the enterprise or bigger level, yes, they would have more people, more devices to monitor, but it's the same thing in your home network today. The same your home right now. It's the same thing. Okay. So the next thing you see us talk about, of course, at the second level, we are now getting into the framework, the different framework you'll learn, like NIST, ISO. We get into EPA, we get into um, privacy, GDPR, PIPEDA. It's a lot of exciting stuff. We write policies and procedure. You do risk assessment. You do control mapping. Then we have a partner tool we use for GRC, Risk Rhino. We're going to use their solution also in the program. Okay. Then along the line, you see us do business impact analysis, third-party risk evaluation, privacy and regulation like GDPR, EPA, PCI DSS, PIPEDA, CCPA. Then we get into some maturity models out there, I trust, SOC 2 Type 2. Then some future, areas like AI, risk assessment. We get into insider risk. We get into operational technology for your critical infrastructure, like your next SIP, which is for utilities in North America. So it's really very comprehensive, really. If you put the work in it, you would really learn a whole lot and be ready to execute, which is more important for us. When you work on a project, our challenge in our community is make sure own it. This is not casual. It's not a joke, right? So you work on a project, own the project. That's the key. Thank you all for joining. If you don't mind, please click on the like button so more people can see the channel. Thank you all. All right. So um, the question is this part for you? A lot of people that we've seen transition into it, this is what I always throw. I mean, and we are transparent here, right? Yes, in the economy that is not as vibrant as it were in the past, what are the options we have? Option one, we just throw in the towel and say, well, we're not giving it a shot. That's fine, but it's guaranteed zero result. Option two is we take a bet, we keep upskilling, we keep learning, opportunity meets preparation, we are focused, we keep developing. There's no end to it. I've been in the field for over 25 years myself as a professional out there, and I'll tell you, every day is fresh for me. It's a learning experience. Just keep learning. If it's AI, some of you were part of our AI training last week. Learn everything. Just keep learning because until we take our last breath, I think the advantage you have is keep upskilling, keep learning, keep developing. If it's a career switch, keep learning. If you're an IT professional that want to blend into leadership, understand compliance, keep learning. If you're in the risk and compliance profession already, you're an IT auditor, you're a GRC, third party, you want to learn and broaden your skill, come in, keep learning. If you're into privacy already, you want to broaden your knowledge outside of privacy to other areas, come in, keep learning. You're a consultant, you're an entrepreneur that you're thinking, okay, I want to position myself. I have enough knowledge to pitch and even work for the government, put my proposal out there. This is for you. Keep learning. If you're an international professional out there, you want to know how the global markets integrate with each other and based out of the country, other location, this is for you. Keep learning because it would put a lot of perspective for you and you broaden your knowledge base for sure. That one I will guarantee you at the end of the day. All right. So for us in the career that decide, okay, let me jump in. We kick off a program January 31st. We're excited about it in the next 2 weeks. We have a 20% going on right now. You can take advantage of the coupon code right now, CYBNOV1 to get 20% off. And register now and be part of the story. The best time to build career around security is before certain uncertainty arrives, not after. So this is the time for us to blend in and make the best out of the opportunity also. So let me open the floor for questions around and let's see how we can take a lot of your question. And thank you for, okay, I see Olanrewaju say vendor. I see Abuja, Nigeria. Thank you. Oh, Ibro in the house. Ibro in the house. That's my brother there. That was my best man, by the way, all from Nigeria. Thank you, brother. You're awesome, brother. All right, let's see. Houston in the house. All right, let's see. Any question? Let me see if I can get one of our folks that just got a job last week to come and speak to us real quick. Let me ping him real quick. And ask him all the questions, ask him what he has his experiences, and you know, um, just have fun with it. Let me see. All right. Question. Go ahead and ask a question. Just please go ahead and post your questions real quick if you don't mind. Go ahead and I would address the questions. Feel free to post your questions. You know, we are ready. Feel free. Okay, I like this. We got a question here. Let me quickly address this. I work at a tech firm and don't have broad cyber GRC experience, but I've led a DORA audit and currently lead the security policy workstream for a payment license. Do I need to take this path? Okay, thank you so much. That's a brilliant one. Okay, here's the way I look at it. Well, let me ask you, Benis, where's your location? Where are you located right now? I'm just curious. I want to know where you're located. Okay, in the UK. All right, good. Okay, excellent. And I'm adding someone to just join. Hey, okay. I think personally, right, Benny, if to be transparent with you, I think in terms of broadening your scope and your perspective, it's a no-brainer. Would it help you? It will open your world to different opportunity you've not seen before. Definitely. Yes, as you work on your DORA project, your Operational Resilience Act project, yes, it just lighten a flame of knowledge for you. Definitely. Does your program cover incorporate ISO 27 for? Yes, we do ISO 27001 from an assessment perspective. Okay, we are not officially giving you the certification for ISO, but it will open your to different assessment around ISO. We're going to have a comprehensive report around it, and I've worked a lot on ISO with some of the biggest global firms out there, really. So you'll see a sample report that we've given to Fortune 500. You see the way we kind of position it, and ultimately, don't forget, you can do all the assessment in the world. It's mostly about, so what are we going to do about it? What is the action item? Your report is useless to me if I cannot actionize it, right? For your leadership, that's what they're looking for. It's not enough to tell me there's a problem. You know what? Yeah, big deal. There's a problem. I already know there's a problem before I invited you, to be honest. What about that? Before I invited you to my company, I know there's a problem. That's why I brought you in. Most of your guys that I bring you in, they are quite knowledgeable. I know there's a problem. There's an issue with my IM, with my policy building. I know there's a problem. That's why I'm bringing you in. So don't tell me there's a problem. No, yes, I get it. There's a problem. I know that already. What am I going to do about it? That's the value. All right. But thank you so much. Let me quickly bring in. Hey, Kevin, what's up, brother? Hey, how are you, brother?
Hi
Can you
everyone,
hear me?
I'm doing good. Happy
Let me
holidays.
see if I can. Let me see if I can pull you in real quick. And okay, trying to figure this out real quick. Uh, all right. Okay, now I see you, brother. Okay, thank you, brother. Thank you so much for joining. So, hey, Kevin, I know a lot of tell us your story, Kevin. And here in our community, we are transparent. We are not here to say that somebody does a class and automatically it was easy. Tell us the journey, the struggle, and you called me last week, and I was so excited. Oh my God, you just killed it and struck a gold mine with the opportunity. So tell us about your story, your journey, and how you got your first offer. Then I'll address some questions. Go ahead, brother.
Uh, First of all, thank you for you know bringing me in. I think meeting with you was like a life changing point. So I was actually in a position where I was kind of confused with my kind of career journey, and then I met with I started thinking, what should I do? I'm not very technical, but I've been in the IT space, and I wanted a career, like a course or a career growth kind of opportunity, right? So when I joined sometime August, I was just everything kind of looked like new to me with all of this risk assessment. So I just took the training and was very committed to the courseworks and the class assessment. And then when I got into the market and started taking interviews, it started making sense to me, and I started doing some self studies also. One thing I noticed is that most of all the conversations during my interviews were not far from what I learned while I was taking the training, right? So it's kind of like I was already in the field, even if I wasn't. The training kind of gave me that boost. So when I started applying, I got a couple of interviews. Then I lost my parents sometime in September, so I stayed out of the
Yeah.
market. So by December, I started feeling strong again. I'm like, okay, let me go back. So I had a couple of interviews. After the first one, the guy said he wanted me to take a leadership role. So I came to Akin. I said, look at what's going on. Oh. I don't know, but he's always like, you can do it. Of course you can. And just with all of the AI tools that training that he implemented during our training sections, that kind of gave me some mental boost that whatever it is, we can do it, because there's always machine to give you directive and guidance, right? So I did all the interviews, and this January I got an offer, like a crazy offer that I would never ever expected. Honestly, I'm still like in shock, guys. But one thing is, I want to thank him for the push. Not even only like the class push, the mental push of you can do it. Sometimes those words is just stay in your head. You don't even know what it does to you, but it kind of give you courage even when you don't even know the direction of where you're going. You just hear in your mind that you can do it. People have done it, and I have also done it. So, guys, I
Awesome.
encourage you guys to just stay put and just keep believing that yes, you can, and it's gonna be your turn too.
Thank you
Thank you.
so much, Kevin. I mean, that's amazing. Let Kevin, can you hold on for a second? I know people might have questions. Let me see some questions here. Somebody said, okay. And somebody said, I've been applying for the last 2, 3 months. I've not gotten anything. And I'll be honest with you, we know we've agreed it's a tough market out there. One of the things, and Kevin, I'm curious, were you customizing your resume to target the role? What's been your
Yes.
strategy? Yes. Okay.
So initially, I was just doing one resume to many. So I had a count. I submitted about 100. I only had like maybe two interviews. But this one, when I saw it, I think I just liked the job responsibility, and then I took my time to customize it using ChatGPT. I think you taught us how to,
Yeah.
embed those job responsibility. So I just did this one for one because I liked the responsibilities. It kind of looked like something I think I would be able to do, right? Because it was more of risk assessment and all of the good stuff that you showed us. So when they came back to me, I, just followed through like that. So to your question, yes, I customized my resume to the job. But initially I wasn't. But when I started customizing, I saw the difference. So it's like
Okay.
if you customize, you get one-to-one response.
Thank you so much. And folks, and this is for everybody. It's not the market has changed, and we have to change it. Let's be transparent. So in the past, we had the resume, we can push it to many fronts, but now we need to put that extra 5, 10 minutes because we need it to be selected. So which is what Kevin did. We have to customize and make sure we can target the role with all the responsibility. And with our AI prompt, we can easily do that. That's not a big deal. And that question somebody asks is, how long is it? The program is 6 to 7 weeks, you'll be done. Now, Saturdays, Sundays, and Wednesdays. On Saturdays, it's 2 to 5 p.m. US Central Time. On Sunday, it's 2 to 5 p.m. US Central Time. And on Wednesdays in the night, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. US Central Time. Then in between the week also, we have a section whereby we have once a week we meet as a group. Your group, you will be part of a smaller group. So we meet, most group meet for like 1 hour just to discuss the class or assignment. It's very effective, from what we've seen. Just be engaged. To me, I look at it like you are using 2 months to do a crash master's program. Honestly, that's the reality. People do masters and PhD and still come to our program to learn real life projects, to be honest. So most times take it as your treat that I'm taking a master program to challenge my intellectual capacity, to expand my knowledge. And I have people that are in leadership that hire that come to our program. I have organizations that take our program and they are reimbursed by their company. So it's a big deal. We revamp our program twice a year. So if there's a new technology, there's a new regulation, there are new things, we always update. So we're always on top of our game, really. For those of us that know us. Let's see another one. Do I need networking before I study GRC? No. Again, GRC, the rule of thumb to me is learn as much as you can. You can never go wrong learning, right? So if you tell me you want to learn networking, I'll say, yes, absolutely, you're learning it. Now, would networking be around for long, especially when you're monitoring network? Um, Questionable. The roles are shrinking because, let's be honest, if I'm monitoring a network and I use AI agents built to monitor those network now, when we have 10 people monitoring network, we might have just 2 people doing it now because those AI folks are not going to take vacation, right? We build the AI agent and they'll be doing it equally as good as us. Let's be honest, really. That's the reality right now. Our world has changed, especially if you are technically sound, is good. But I always challenge you, position yourself to be strategically business sound also because that will make you more relevant long term. Then I don't know about you. After a while, you start realizing you are seeing white beards around you. Then you realize, you know what? I don't want to be totally always technical all the time because I would just have to be reinventing and catching up all the time, especially with the trend of changes every second now, right? So position yourself. have the knowledge technically so that you can speak intelligent to it, but also think strategy. Always remember, it's a business first. Cyber comes later. It's always business first, right? That's the reality of it. Okay, let's another one real quick. I have zero knowledge of IT. I want to learn it. Absolutely, it doesn't matter. Be aggressive though. Be hungry. Put the work. There's no shortcut to the game. Let's be honest. You gotta. If you are disciplined, go through our materials, go through the documents, go through our portal. Our educational portal is very well structured that you would have a solid flow. You'll be fine. If you put the work, um, if you commit 1 hour a day for the next 60 days, you'll be a monster in a good way. I tell you that. If you commit 1 hour daily, if you make it 2 hours, you probably will not recognize your capacity. You'll be shocked that is this you? And let me tell you how you'll be shocked. First, you start looking at some jobs in job board and realize, oh my God, these are areas I could have never touched in the past, but now I can speak intelligent and I can actually apply for a new role that was never part of your knowledge before. So I think that's a good one out there. Let's turn it down. Okay, somebody said, how can I get a job remotely from um, Africa in a global market, right? So it could be Nigeria, Kenya, anywhere in the world. So let me tell you what I've seen. Most times, let's be honest, there's no place in the world that will not require you to have a work authorization before you can work in their environment typically. Now, as a contractor, maybe you're on Fiverr or any other platform, then maybe I have a job, I can outsource some part of the job to you. That is possible. But in terms of you applying to a direct job from a different location, everywhere I've seen, and you all can correct me if it's different in places, they will always require work authorization. Even as I doubt I can just work directly in Kenya or Zimbabwe from the US without some work authorization, right? So I think that's standard across every location in the world. Let's another one. I have a GRC phone screening today. Okay, that's good. Okay, let me tell you. For my folks that have a screening, let me quickly give you a cheat code. Make sure in your screening talk about you developing risk assessment, building risk assessment in your organization, talk about you building policies and procedure within your organization, talk about you mapping your security controls to some leading framework like ISO or NIST. Those will be good ones to kind of engage. And it's the screening, so I don't expect it to be crazy yet. When you're about to do the actual um, hiring manager interview, I recommend come to our Lions Den. For those of you that don't know our Lions Den, it's a place that we come to. You just come in, we just ask questions, we prepare you really. And I challenge you, don't run from coming to the Lions Den. We call it Lions Den because, and check us on YouTube, you'll see it. If you are on YouTube, like us, please, everybody. But the Lions Den helps you to mentally be ready, which is good. A lot of our folks that come to the den eventually always get a job offer. So that's another one. I am a registered nurse in Houston looking to transition into, okay, people in the healthcare, it's a mindset. It's doable. I've seen a lot of healthcare. As a matter of fact, most of our cases, believe it or not, are healthcare. The case we use for our program is a healthcare. It's a healthcare service that deployed MRI, CT scan, X-ray machine, and robotic to their network. What are the things required for them to do? So it's a very interesting case. You like it. I mean, and it's relatable to people in the healthcare. So I think it's a mindset. If it, um, it's IT. There's nothing you cannot do if you want to do it. That's the honest truth. But you put the time, the work. So I'm not worried. Somebody said the Lions Den. Yeah, Lions Den is pretty cool. I mean, Olanrewaju, it's really cool. I mean, for those of you that have seen our YouTube page, you would agree with me. It's one of our most effective tools to help our community to be successful. And I'll share it with you all real quick so you can see what that looks like. Let me quickly share my page. You guys will see what the Lions Den looks like. But it's really, really nice. And let me share my screen. You'll see what I mean. If you go to, let's go to share screen. Let's go. If you've never been part of our community, you would, hey, just join and let's have fun together. So let's see, Lions Den. Okay. So you guys can see, if you guys can see my screen here. So just go to YouTube and type skill with Once you're on SkillWid, um, you'll see us here, right? This is us live right now. Make sure you like us, please. Then click on the SkillWid, the page itself. If you go to the playlist, you will notice we have this. Let's see. If you scroll down, we should see Lions Den. Yes, this is it. It's amazing, folks. A lot of people that we don't that are not even part of our community, believe it or not, they actually use this to prepare for exams all over the world. And they call me and tell me, hey, I saw you guys, I got an offer, and I now want to start applying for a job, blah blah blah. And it's just a good feeling. So this is it. A lot of interview questions. I can send this to the current link also so you guys can have access to it and see how amazing it is. Oh, am I sharing my screen? Uh, okay, let me stop sharing. But anyway, let me share the. I thought I was sharing it right now. Let me see if I can share it again so you guys can see it. Lions Den. Let me see if you guys can see
Welcome,
it.
everybody. Thanks for taking the time to hang out with
Yeah, this is the
us.
Lions Den, ladies and
Thank
gentlemen. You
you,
can see it
everybody.
here.
Thank you, everybody.
So this is
Thank you
Lions.
all. I know
Just
it's
go
short
to Skill
notice.
with our page here.
That's what we
Lions
do
Den, you
here.
can
We
see
try
it here.
to empower folks with the right
It's
skills
a
and
really,
tools
really good
when they
place
have
to begin
interviews,
with.
and that's what we
So
can
let me pause it
control.
for a second. But you can tell. The other thing I'll quickly share with you. A lot of you ask me also, where do we go to? How do I use the coupon page? That's one of the biggest questions you guys ask us, and I'll show you real quick how that works. Very straightforward, no big deal. So this is academy.skillway.com. This is the program. We have an internship coming up next upper week. Please register for it. You will love it. You get to know what we do in our community. Very interactive. You will get out of there with knowledge. Then, if you want to register for the class coming January 31st, make sure you use our coupon code. You can select we have payment plan twice, three times, and just click on purchase. Then, once you get there, the code we ask, I think we gave out for it. Make sure you use it. If you don't use it, and we might be a little bit late to come back and request for it. But I think it's SYB November 1, I think so. So if you click on it, it automatically gives you that 20% off, but it ends on the 26th or something like that. So just take note of that. But yeah, let me see if you have questions so far. Questions, folks? Okay, what's the coupon code? I think the code is CYBNOV1. That's the code. I just sent it out. Oh, somebody said I watched like 3 days, three today. Okay, you watch the Lions then. Okay, I challenge everybody. If you have an interview coming, make sure you go to the Lions then. It's going to be very, very useful. I can guarantee you that. Let me ask, Kevin, how was the experience with Lions then when you were preparing for your interview? If you don't mind, share with the team.
Oh wow, it was fantastic. One of the things that I, grabbed from the Lions Den was, it will give you that courage, and also it would, when you're studying for interview, sometimes you might not even know that there are certain areas that you need to, study or look into, and the feedbacks that you get are like the same kind of professional. They are from professionals, right? From leaders that are working in real time. So it's like a cheat code before going for an interview. So you break that interview tension, and then you will hear from like professionals who will be on the live session to kind of bring you up to speed if at all you have any gaps. So that would really help. Yeah. So it's something I encourage everyone
Thank you
to
so
do.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, brother. So, folks, you can tell already, it's okay. Somebody said, thank you, Larry. Already said very interactive. Yes, it is very interactive. And, you get to learn a lot. I encourage everybody, if you have an interview, let us know ahead of time. Send us info, message on info@skillway.com, or reach out to me or our team, and we can get you ready. Sometimes it's very tempting to think, oh, I don't want to be out there and push myself out there, but I'll challenge you. It's a smart thing to do. because most times when you do that, it makes you it release your full capacity to understand how you would actually perform. Then you know areas you can work on at that point in time. So I encourage, just make sure you do it, no big deal. Who cares? At the end of it, just get a job, right? That's all that matters. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay. Any other question before we let you all go get back to work? Again, please thank you all for being part of the community. I look forward to mentoring you and guiding you. In our community, we are straight with our team. We are crazily, crazily focused on helping you achieve your dream. We are not of the illusion that anything is automatic or it's just going to be kumbaya, no work. We're going to put the work. We work hard for you to make sure we can achieve that goal together. We will challenge you. We would expect you to challenge us also. Put the work, put the discipline, no shortcut, and we stand a chance to be successful together. Above all, I wish you Godspeed. Keep doing amazingly well. I can't wait to be part of your story. I want to be part of your success story. Just a footnote in your story of greatness. And I'll talk to you all. Let's give some love to Kevin. Thank you, Kevin, for joining. You're awesome, brother. Congratulations again. And for everybody else, I can't wait to congratulate you all too. And we'll talk soon. Thank you, brother. God bless. Thank you, everybody. Enjoy the day.
From Lagos to Nairobi, hear the call. Skill Academy, break down the wall.
Please don't forget to like the videos, please. Thank you. Like the videos, please. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. Just like button, please, so we can have more people. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for taking the time to join us. And just go ahead and register. Use the coupon code. Don't forget to use that code CYBNOV1. Oh, somebody said are there sites for job opportunities? Yes, we go to standardindeed.com, then we go to Glassdoor. LinkedIn also has been effective. So, and we'll guide you on all of those and the sample resume prompt. Just make sure you're part of our community. You'll be learning a lot as we grow together. Okay. All right. God bless. Talk soon, everybody. Bye.